Hello and welcome to day 45 of the CoronaBLOG, May the 22nd. My name is Brophy, some background information and what I currently do. Today we're continuing our sequence of interviews around the world, and we're speaking to somebody in Spain. We're going to look at the current situation and the help to business and families. Spain. It's very similar, probably the most similar country to Italy in terms of social structure and age profile. Also, it has two main areas, urban areas of Catalonia and Madrid, and we can see that those are the two most affected. Timeline. 31st of January, the first case of coronavirus in Spain was actually a German tourist in the Canary Islands. The 15th of March is when the lockdown started, and it was a very severe lockdown. On the 28th of April, a three-phase return to normality was announced. On the 20th of May, so quite recently, Parliament voted to extend the government's special powers related to the lockdown until the 7th of June. So today we're going to have an interview. We're going to ask the name and occupation, how has the Spanish government helped companies, the self-employed, families, and will it be possible to go on holiday in Spain? Okay, so here we are today speaking to someone in Spain. Good morning. Can you tell me your name and what you do for a living?
I'm Margaret O'Keefe and I'm an English teacher and a writer.
And can you tell me what part of Spain you're in at the moment?
I'm in Barcelona.
Okay, so good. We're near Milan, so Milan, Barcelona, a lot of similarities. Now, talking about the Spanish government and the reaction to the coronavirus situation, how has the Spanish government helped companies?
Well, the main thing they've done is to make it easier to get loans for families and for companies. So they've now released 84.5 billion euros in credit lines. And of that 84.5 billion, 60 billion has gone to the self-employed and small and medium-sized enterprises.
Okay. And so is there any type of furlough scheme in Spain?
Yes. So people who have been temporarily laid off by their companies or had their hours cut by their companies, they can receive unemployment benefit. I mean, that said, there's 3.5 million people that applies to, and as of today, I've heard on the news that there's still 900,000 waiting for that money.
We have that problem in Italy as well. Waiting for the money is waiting. Have self-employed people received any form of direct payment from the government?
Yes. The self-employed get a monthly payout based on their contributions to the social security system, and also their social security payments are stopped during this period as well, as they can't work due to lockdown. Again, that said, I know I've been talking to fellow self-employed people here, shopkeepers around here, and they said they haven't received the funding yet.
Haven't received anything. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about families? Is there any general help to families?
Yeah, there's a new scheme that's introduced. It's something the government was going to introduce anyway, and they've used the epidemic, the lockdown, as a reason to bring it forward. And it's a guaranteed minimum income for vulnerable groups. So anybody that's on a furlough scheme, anybody who's lost their job, or anybody who's self-employed and can't work at the moment, they can have a guaranteed minimum income of, if it's one person, 462 euros a month. And if it's a family, it goes up, increments up to 1,015 euros a month. However, that scheme has just been approved. It hasn't been introduced yet, and we'll have to see how it's going to work, how they're going to decide how to pay out that money.
Okay, and let's try and look at something a bit more positive. Italy and Spain are two countries who are very, very focused on tourism in the summer. So, will it be possible to go on holiday in Spain this summer?
Obviously, I'm just predicting here, but I think it will. At the moment, the borders are closed until the 15th of June. But obviously, we'll see what happens with the coronavirus. But as things are going at the moment, the way the figures are looking at the moment, we could well see that possibly by July onwards that there will be tourism for the second half of the season, if you like. And I know that the Spanish government is negotiating with the Italian government, the French government, and the German government to see if they can come to an arrangement about some way of saving the tourist season.
Okay, so a slightly personal question related to that. Where are you going on holiday this year?
Well, I don't know yet. I think, it could be a staycation somewhere in Spain. We had originally planned to go to Ireland at the end of August, early September. We'll see how that goes. We're not making
Okay.
plans at the moment.
So let's hope you have a good summer, and let's hope that everything gets back to normal as quickly as possible in Spain. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and you, Mark. Bye-bye.
So we spoke to Margaret O'Keefe, who is a teacher trainer in Barcelona, Spain. The government has helped families buy a series of loans principally, so up to 84.5 billion euro of loans. And there is also a furlough scheme. The self-employed and the small medium enterprises have been given preference for the loans. Mixing between families and self-employed, there has been the promise of a direct payment of approximately 462 euro, I think, per month, and up to 1,015 for a family. But not much cash has been received yet. The money is slow in arriving. In terms of holidays, well, the borders are closed until the 15th of June, but Spain is very focused on opening up the tourist industry for July and August. Margaret herself thinks she will have a staycation. A staycation means you stay at home. But remember, she lives in Barcelona, so not such a bad place to stay. Population of 47 million in Spain, so a little lower than the bigger countries of Italy, France, Germany and the UK. The daily deaths has been greatly reduced. There was a peak in early April. Here we can see the peak in early April, and since then a very gradual but steady, consistent decline in the daily new deaths. Today we've looked at Spain, we've seen the timeline, we've had an interview with a teacher trainer in Barcelona, and we've seen the reduction in the daily deaths.